Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Cricketer Gamerx. And today, as you saw in the title, I'm going to be sharing with you a game I played with someone. I don't remember the name. I sacked the rook and checkmated the opponent. Yes. So the thing is, the rook sacrifice was not really a good move. Now I know after rechecking my game, but he he blundered approximately, not approximately, but I'm saying approximately, after my rook sacrifice. He blundered one time, or maybe two times, you can say. The first time was a mistake, not a blunder. The second time was a blunder, as it led to a forced mate in 2. And guys, this game ended in 18 moves. It starts with pretty basic e4, e5 opening, knight f3, knight c6. Pretty basic stuff. Bishop e2, bishop c5, attacking. Oh, knight f6, maybe looking for g4, knight c3, h3, stopping knight g4, rook e8. Guys, I mean, you would be thinking that why are you why didn't he or she play knight g4? Because the trade was like 2 knights and bishops for a rook. I mean, this rook is actually, you understand, na guys? But the thing is, actually, it was a bad trade, okay, because obviously in points, knight and bishop are better. No wonder in strength, because he would have had more knights and bishops, 2 knights and bishops, but only 1 rook. So the thing is that this time the knight and bishop were more active than my rook. So that's why they didn't exchange. So d3, h6. Now I played bishop d2. Pretty normal move. He played b6. I think he was just trying to defend the bishop for any further, any future attacks. Queen c1. Now, beginner players would think that this is a very awkward place to put the queen. Intermediate would say, not intermediate, like people would say this is a battery, but this was a move that I do in most of my games. I play in most of my games, but not like this. I create a battery, but I look forward for a move that I'm going to play just after this. The move after bishop to b7, I play bishop takes h6, my first sacrifice of the game. This bishop h6 is a pretty common move I play in my games. Don't know why. Just frees up the square. Now guys, as you can see, his time is 9 minutes 39 seconds. I am 1 pawn up. Now you'd be thinking, why do I sack the bishop? Easy, because I exchange a bishop for 2 pawns, which thus results in a pawn advantage for the opponent, and a pawn advantage is not such a big advantage unless you're playing an endgame. And it also gives me 2 open files to attack the king. And there's one more secret which is about to happen if he doesn't take the bishop. It gives me a passed pawn on h3. Anyways, now as you can see, his time is 9 minutes and 39 seconds. He thinks for 30 seconds, which may not be much in your regular times, not even in my regular times, but it is actually a lot when you're playing chess. Moves are made quite rapidly at the 10th move of the game. Only in the end game or in the middle game, in the late middle game, do moves extend to 30, 1 minute, 2 minutes. So let's just go on. He plays bishop f8. Maybe he knows that what this sacrifice does. But still, not as a normal person who would retreat the bishop in this case. I stick to my main plan, which is plan B. If he doesn't take the bishop, I take the pawn. Because I still want 2 pawns in exchange of 1 bishop. He takes the bishop. Now, I pin the bishop. This is a part of my plan B. And basically, my plan A is h6, queen h6. And yeah, that's my basic plan. Queen h6. So yeah. But in plan B, I can't do that because bishop will obviously take my queen. So I will do that. Now you're thinking, where is the rook sack? It's coming in 2 moves. Knight b4. I think you know what I'm going by. 2 moves, I mean 2 moves of black. Not racist. I go to queen h4, which is like I want the control of the h file, which in normal thing I go, which in my plan A, when the pawn takes my bishop, I have in h6, queen h6, but this time queen h6 is not really possible except sacking a queen, so I go queen h4, as that is the only square that has an open file. h5 is covered, h6, h5, h6, 7 and 8 are covered, and h3 is actually piece over there, and behind that it's blocking. So yeah, now I allow him to take one of my pawns and be 2 pawns up. Knight c2 attacking my rook. Yes guys, this is the rook sacrifice I was talking about. I allow knight takes 8-1, and I put knight g5. And guys, obviously as expected, he takes my rook. But now I go f4. I don't even want to take the knight back. He is currently 7 points up. The thing is, why am I not taking the knight? Because of 2 reasons. One is I'll get few moves late, and maybe because of being few moves late, he will not even allow me to checkmate him. And a psychological trick that if I take, I'll see that I've removed 3 points from my loss, but still 4 points are left, and I'd be rather more focused on taking those 4 points back rather than checkmating. So I just said, fine, you have 7 points up. And now the mistake is he didn't take my pawn. He rather just brought his knight back because he wanted the 7 points. But the thing is, now I took on e5. Still, that's just a mistake. It's not a blunder, and mistakes can be covered by this huge 6-point advantage. This is the blunder. Knight h7. He thought for, let me calculate guys, 36 minutes, not even 30 seconds. I mean not minutes, seconds. 36 seconds to play a blunder. He would have been maybe thinking that, let me just take the knight away. I mean, he maybe didn't see rook takes. He maybe didn't see that rook takes e5 would be a better option. Even if he didn't take the pawn, doing some other move like retreating the knight would have been much better. It would have just been a mistake, not a blunder. Now you'd be thinking, why is this a blunder? I have not checked Stockfish on this. Because this allows mate in 2 moves. Queen h7, king f8, and rook takes f7, the nail in the coffin, checkmate. Now you'd be thinking, why even retreating? See, if you take the rook, if you take by the rook, you're all good, you're 6 points up, and even this this square is covered by the knight. Whereas if you do any other move, like I take, let's say, knight, or the move say knight b4, it's perfectly fine, but it's a mistake, because now I can take the knight. I can take the knight. If he plays this, I take the knight, and after taking the knight, the square f8 is covered, because either you take with the queen or you take with the bishop. f8 is obviously covered, and then he can escape from the e7. But because he retreated the knight, he lost control of h7, which was my main idea. I was thinking, like, why did I sack a rook for just a check? But then I saw he blundered. Queen h7, king f8, and this is the thing. If he had done some other move, the h7 square would have been covered, and after I took the knight, the f8 square would be covered, because it would have been stopping my rook from taking the pawn on f7. And even if I would have found out another tactic to, like, give him a check, even he could have escaped from e7, d6. It would have been again bad for him, but better than checkmate in 2. Checkmate in future, better than checkmate in 2. That's it for today's video. I know it was a little long. I'll meet you in the next video. Till then, guys, bye bye.